Namaste. I am Puran Pandey, and as we approach the joyous festival of Ganesh Chaturthi, I'm glad to share with you a very fresh and a new perspective on Lord Ganesha by two remarkable thinkers, Mr. A. Salodari Holman and Mr. Prabhu Narayan. Their thought-provoking articles dwells into the deep scientific and the spiritual significance of Lord Ganesha. So, not just as a Hindu deity, but as a cosmic symbol with universal appeal. This Ganesh Chaturthi, let us celebrate not only the removal of obstacles, but also the embodiment of wisdom, unity, and cosmic energy. So, wishing you all blessed and happy Ganesh Chaturthi. May Lord Ganesha bring a new beginning and remove all the obstacles from your path. And please watch this thought-provoking articles and share your comment.
Namo Bhagavate Ekadamsraya Hastimugaya Lambodharaya Uchista Mahatmane Am Krom Rim Gam Keke Swaha. The transformative power of Uchista Ganapati, a personal journey of faith and self-discovery. As I sit in stillness surrounded by the vibrant chaos of India, I'm reminded of the profound impact Uchista Ganapati has had on my life. For decades, I've walked the spiritual path seeking guidance and wisdom from the ancient traditions of our beloved country. And it is through my devotion to Uchista Ganapati, a potent form of Lord Ganesha, that I've experienced the most remarkable transformations. As I chant his sacred Mula Mantras, I feel the weight of my doubts and fears slowly lifting like the morning mist that rises from the Ganges. My intuition, once a flickering flame, now burns bright and true, illuminating the path ahead. I've come to trust with the whispers of my heart, knowing that they are guided by the wisdom of the ages. In a world filled with uncertainty, I have found peace and happiness in the present moment. The burdens of yesterday and the anxieties of tomorrow no longer hold me captive. I am free to embrace the beauty and wonder of life, to cherish the love and laughter of family and friends. My journey with Uchista Ganapati has also taught me the value of compassion and empathy. I see the divine in every human being, regardless of their background or circumstances. I've learned to love without condition, to forgive without reserve, and to understand without judgment. But my journey is not just about personal growth. It's about giving back to society. I envision a foundation in Singapore and India dedicated to uplifting the spiritual growth and happiness index of our communities. A platform where like-minded individuals can come together, share their experiences, and support one another on this journey. Through this foundation, I hope to create a ripple effect of positivity, inspiring others to embark on their own transformative journeys. It's not just about enjoying the fruits of our spiritual labor, it's about sharing them with the world, that we may all grow and flourish together. Join me on this mission to spread love, compassion, and spiritual growth. Let us walk together hand in hand and create a brighter, more enlightened world for all. The extraordinary powers of Uchista Ganapati. Worshipping Uchista Ganapati, again a potent form of Lord Ganesha, the eighth form of Lord Ganesha, demands immense spiritual dedication and courage. This revered deity is renowned for his ability to remove formidable obstacles and grant powerful boons to his devoted followers. Through my regular chanting of his Mula Mantras, I have had profound encounters with Uchista Ganapati, experiencing his extraordinary powers firsthand. As I delve deeper into the practice, I noticed a significant increase in my intuition powers, allowing me to make more informed decisions and navigate life's challenges with greater ease. My mind, once clouded with doubts and fears, is now filled with an unwavering sense of peace and happiness. I've learned to live in the present, letting go of past regrets and future anxieties. My behavior has undergone a remarkable transformation as I've become more compassionate, empathetic, and understanding. I've developed a profound love for all humans, recognizing our shared humanity and the divine spark within each individual. My decision-making power has increased, as I am now guided by a deep sense of purpose and clarity. The regular chanting of Uchista Ganapati's Mula Mantras has become an integral part of my spiritual practice, allowing me to tap into boundless energy and wisdom, cultivating intuition and inner guidance, experience profound peace and happiness, develop loving kindness towards all human beings, make informed, purpose-driven decisions. Through this journey, I've come to realize Uchista Ganapati's powers are not just about overcoming obstacles, but also about transforming our lives from the inside out. I encourage every individual to worship Uchista Ganapati and seek his blessings and spiritual powers. I've heard people telling me that it's very dangerous to worship Uchista Ganapati. You must be very careful and cautious. It's all utter rubbish. In my experience with Uchista Ganapati, you will become a different person. You'll become a powerful individual. You'll become a very informed individual, and he starts whispering to you, cautioning you about people, telling you about the future, and also removing all negative people from you and bringing in positive people to you. Uchista Ganapati's transformative powers are beyond imagination. And once you start worshipping him, you become fearless, you become courageous, you also excel in whatever profession you are doing. He will make you a very successful human being, also materially. So please, do not fear in worshipping Uchista Ganapati and start believing and worshipping him. The eighth form of Ganapati, the most powerful form of Ganapati, the man who gives you the buddhi, wisdom. So may Uchista Ganapati bless all of us during this Ganesha.
Scientific Mysticism of Asia by Prabhu Narayan and A. Selvadurai Halman. The festival celebrates Ganesha as the god of new beginnings and the remover of obstacles, as well as the god of wisdom and intelligence, and is observed throughout the Indian subcontinent by Hindus, especially in the states such as Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Orissa, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Goa, as well as Nepal. Ganesh Chaturthi is also observed by the Hindu diaspora elsewhere, such as in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Singapore, Malaysia, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname, other parts of the Caribbean, Fiji, Mauritius, South Africa, the United States, and Europe. In the Gregorian calendar, Ganesh Chaturthi falls between the 22nd of August and the 20th of September every year. The great classical musician of India, Tansen, born in 15th century, was a devotee of Lord Ganesh. He created hundreds of songs, most famous as Jaya Ganesh Jaya Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Although the origin of Ganesh Chaturthi remains unknown, it became increasingly popular after a public celebration was initiated by the prominent anti-colonial freedom fighter, Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, in Maharashtra in the year 1893. It was a means to form a Hindu nationalist identity and rebel against British rule. While anyone can find stone sculpture worldwide, especially in Ireland, Indonesia, Japan, Java, Sumatra, Singapore, Burma, Myanmar, Bhutan and Sri Lanka, it has temples and celebration as well. But what is Ganesh? Is it only Hindu god, a symbolism of Asia? Absolutely not. In India we have many temples called Choshat Yogini, means 64 demi-goddess, and its 64 consorts para. Now in modern physics named it 64 fundamental particles. In Jainism it is called science of Lesya, means light. It has been said Ganesh likes laddu or modak. Hindus offering it to Lord Ganesh. Basic meaning of Ganesh is the Lord of Gana, means particles of light, and its head, which means the god of particles of light. Paracles of light after combining forming cosmic world from trans, cosmic universe. In Hinduism we saying formation of Lokakash from Alokakash. It is symbolige is laddu or modak like in earth shape or cosmic egg. We celebrating it on auspicious, Anant Chaturdasi, means infinite fourth dark moon of falls after full moon, showing how cosmic egg-like moon formation in sky takes places. Ganesh, known as the son of Shiva and Parvati, which means light, has two polarity, positive and negative. As per the Vedas, Rudra means Shiva have Sanskrit meaning, Rudro va Agani, means Rudra is fire. Ganesha or Ganesh, and also known as Ganapati in Vinayak, is an elephant-headed deity in the Hindu pantheon, widely revered regardless of sectarian affiliations as the remover of obstacles, the patron of arts and sciences and the deva of intellect and wisdom. As the god of beginnings, he is honored at the start of rituals and ceremonies. Gods of science meaning of Ganesh is very clear. As elephants are always living in family groups, so elephantine Ganesh represent it. The narrative of Ganesh is narrated in this way: the time of Ganesha's birth, Shiva was away from the family home. On returning, and finding an unknown young man standing guard outside the bathroom of his wife, he naturally challenged him. Ganesha was equally unknowing of his father, and the two came to blows. The result was never in doubt, for Shiva is the greatest of the gods, and the father killed his own son by cutting off his human head. When Parvati found out what had happened and explained the circumstances to Shiva, the god undertook to restore Ganesha to life. This he did by ordering by one of his retinue to bring the head of the first animal he met. This was an elephant, and thus Ganesha was returned to life with an elephant's head. Further, as compensation for the loss of his human head, Ganesha was entrusted by Shiva with the leadership of the members of his rowdy and dwarfish retinue, the Ganas. Ganesha's name means no more than Lord of the Gana. The Rig Veda mentions leader of the group, Ganeshoganapati, at two places. It appears in the verse 223, one as a title to Brahmanaspati, which was subsequently taken as the mode of worship for Ganesha. Another place is the verse 10, 112, 9, where Ganapati is referred to Indra, who rules the celestial beings. In recognition of his courage in the fore defense of his mother's chamber, Ganesha is given custody over all. Symbolically, Ganesha represents the basic unity of the macrocosm and microcosm, the immense being, the elephant, and the individual being, man. This highly implausible identity is, however, a fundamental reality in the key to all mystical ritual experience as well as to yogic possibilities. Without being aware of Ganesha, and without worshipping him, no accomplishment is possible. Uchista Ganapati is one of the tantric forms of Lord Ganesha and is a powerful and quick way to enjoy the fruits of bhoga and yoga in the world. His iconography has been emerges from his own divine will to be revealed in these dark times where his power, opulence and benevolence can benefit more and more ready ones to attain highest states of self-realization and live out magical and impactful lives. Unveiling him is not easy as he is guhya, or mystical, and the scope of the intellectual mind to grasp and drink from his ambrosia for an eternal life will forever be a failing journey for many. His compassion and wisdom to lead us on to the best version of our lives has enabled this, which has attempted to blend the traditional Eastern Indian wisdom with a more neo-tantric perspective. This enables a more open and unorthodox representation of this vast sky-like Brahma Tattva and does it due justice rather than labeling him as a taboo and keeping him within the approach of the privileged few. Excellent for Vak Siddhi, Uchista Ganesh as per the scientific legacy of India and our vision to see cosmos as an applied subject. Universe as mathematically working. We are not only saying, rather all eminent scientists and great mathematicians like Srinivas Iyengar Ramanujam, whose deity is Mahavishnu, Ganesh, and her consort Mahalakshmi. Rudra, Kartikeya and Ganesh as synonyms of one cosmic forces. According to great ancient seer of India Bhisampatama, born approx. 0.5500 years back, spoken same as he said in Vishnu Sahasranam. Uchista, word stands for who eats fastly or swiftly everything. Ganesh is igneous light as per the Vishnu Sahasranam, so it has igneous properties to engulf everything into fire. Means it devours everything. Rishi Praje had clear concept about it. Uchista Ganesh has 8th form of Ganesh among 32 as per the scientific legacy of India. The following mantra is for Uchista Ganesh. Namo Uchisht Rupaya Tant Siddhi Pradayakam. Neelamurtin Ganesham Cha Sarvabharan Bhushitam. Pitwastram Trinetram Cha Raktapadmasne Sthitam. Shabhuj Mahakayam Dvidintam Sasmitannam. Darim Cha Dakshine Haste Veena Cha Tadadhakare. Neelpadma Cha Hastabhya Dhanyamandalveshtitam. Mahashaktin Vam Bhage Dakshine Jap Malikam. The word Neel means highly igneous, representing the visual cosmic world like this planet, the earth. The prime god of this planet is Mahavishnu, Ganesh, and his consort, Mahalakshmi. Hri Kleen Glon Gam Uchishta Ganpati Namah. Above is mantra of Uchist Ganesh. To please him, Om Asya Shri Uchist Ganpati Mantrasya Kankol Rishi, Namah Shirise. Virat Chandase Namah Mukhe. Uchist Ganpati Devta Namah Hridaye. Sarvabhisht. The most famous Uchista Ganesh temple is in Tirunavallai in Tamil Nadu, about 1400 years old. High energy level is providing an enlightenment, so Nilvana Saraswati playing in lap of Uchista Ganesh, which is Gyatri Chanda, creating 8 dimensions of cosmic visual world, also can engulf cosmic visual world into fire like Rudra. Basically, Uchista Ganesh is god of annihilation, behaving as Shaktipeeth, power vortex, of cosmic visual world, responsible for richness as controlling clouds, lightning and rain. This is subject of high energy physics, which is conscious universe. Ganesh, Kartika and Rudra is deep subject. It's not a subject of simple science. A book, Hyperspace, Chapter 3 for Srinivas Iyengar Ramanujam and his deity. Then you will understand the red spectral line meaning N, trust of Chanda, of Vedas. In above mantra, Virat, word has been used stands for boundless cosmos, and second word is Chanda, means light. Why we worshipping Ganesh and chanting mantra? As we know, the entire universe is conscious universe. All connectivity of universe depends upon light and sound, and both are interchangeable. The study and understanding of conscious awareness. Topical areas include neuroscience, philosophy, psychology, biology, quantum physics, meditation and altered states, machine consciousness, culture and experiential phenomenology. The study of consciousness being held annually since 1994 due to understand the phenomenal science of universe. This is now front science and many scientific inquiry and research going on worldwide. Every year the conference is sponsored by the Center for Consciousness Studies at the University of Arizona, and alternates yearly between Tucson, Arizona and various locations around the world. The center is well known for hosting the biennial conference, The Science of Consciousness, TSC, the world's largest and longest running interdisciplinary conference addressing fundamental questions regarding consciousness, the brain, reality, and existence. Held in Tucson, Arizona in even-numbered years, TSC attracts 700 to 800 neuroscientists, philosophers, psychologists, artificial intelligence, AI, proponents, physicists, meditators, altered state researcher, mystics and interested lay people from all over the world. In odd-numbered years the conference has been held in Italy, Denmark, twice, Japan, Sweden, twice, Czech Republic, Hungary, Hong Kong, India, Finland, San Diego and Switzerland. The 2020 TSC was held online. The 27th annual TSC was held April 18 to 22. 2022 is a hybrid event, with both 1. Remote online live streaming, and 2. Live in-person participation in Tucson. So, it is to understand the most ancient scientific legacy of India for 21st century scientific world.